Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Richmond Raceway. This 7/10 of a mile track getting ready to do battle here tonight for 150 laps for the Flat Cup Series. And I've got with me, as always, my good friend Rick Hammond Jr. Rick, how are you tonight, bud?
Hey, brother. I'm here in Richmond with you and the Hammond host. I'm ready to get this short track action going on, man. It's going to be fun tonight.
Good weather, good times here for the Salt Flat Cup Series. 80 degrees, the outside temperature, track temperature doing just a little bit better. And what a night we've got for you. Like I said, 150 laps, all brought to you by SimBox. Make sure to check them out over at facebook.com/SimBoxPC for your SimBox needs. I know, Rick, you have one. You love it.
I do.
All right.
And it is cool.
Yes, it is.
Unlike the weather outside, man. I mean, my sweat's
man.
even sweating right now.
Yeah, I hear you. 100%. It is warm up here in Vermont. Actually, warmer than it is right here. Only by a couple of degrees, though. Let's take a peek in on the racetrack temperature. 80 degrees as well. Excuse me, the air temperature is 76. So actually, we're warmer than Richmond right now. Good to know.
Yeah, we're only 2 degrees warmer than the track, but the humidity is what's killing us.
Amen. Ram fan, good to see you out there. Salt Flat. Get yourself in your car. Get rocking and rolling, brother. It's almost time to get this thing on the way. Qualifying tonight will be 5 minutes. Let's see. I think he's not on track anymore. Oh, he's coming out right now, Rick. A little bit of an announcement and congratulations going out. Why don't you go ahead with that?
Yeah, all of us here at Turn 3 Racing Network would like to welcome baby Everett. Aaron Davidson having a son this week, man. That's pretty cool. And get the boy's name on the hood, man. I love seeing stuff like that. So welcome baby Everett.
Absolutely. Everett gonna go for a ride here on the hood of the 03. Dad must be on an absolute high, which is awesome, man. I love it. It's all about the kids.
It is. Start building that sim rig now, because if you don't, they just take it over. Trust me, I know.
Yep. Move over, Dad. You're going too slow.
That's exactly what they say to me too. I won't lie.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Salt Flat Cup Series live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Qualifying coming in about 3.5 minutes. Of course, during that time, we will step away. We got the anthem on standby. Beefy Motorsports out there, bud. Good to see you out there. And yeah, you're right. Go fast, turn left, and avoid. That's the way to go.
And just watch out for that outside wall. What is it, coming out of 4?
Well, that's what I'm seeing, Rick. We were kind of trying to discuss that here during practice, and to me, it looks like the cars might be a tick on the tight side. And boy, you come out of the corner just wrong, and it'll snap loose on you. Of course, that's just me looking. It's not me driving, but you know, we'll see. We'll talk to somebody about it. So
It's
again,
gonna be fun. I mean, Richmond's a really good track, though. I mean, I love that we're running under the lights the way that Richmond should be done.
well, yes, it's nighttime here on the East Coast. Gotta have those lights. Cody Sleeper, the only guy out on track, getting in some last minute practice. Jason Griffith is heading on out, and oh my goodness, Rick, look at this paint scheme.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about the Dobbs machine tonight. I mean, listen, Jason, I'm happy that your Kyle won, and my Kyle just felt a little too bad for him. Didn't want to start breaking records and, you know, getting the rowdy stuff, the rowdy energy drink stocks, you know, flowing and too high there with all the tears. And see that, yeah, there he goes. He's listening. He almost lost it there. He's laughing.
Oh, I'm kind of laughing too. I'm not gonna lie, but there it is. Racing Jason out there in the 98. We're not gonna talk about the paint scheme tonight. We'll just say the 98. Hey, Cody Levitt getting out there. He's put down some laps. 8 rookies here so far during practice.
And that he is. You know, I can't say that I don't like M&M's, brother. I mean, you know, it's just a sponsor. That doesn't, it's not like Rowdy makes the M&M's, so it's all good.
That's true. It's good too, because I really do enjoy M&M's actually. Well, just a little bit of time left here before qualifying. Rick, what say you? Should we step away for just a couple?
Let's do it.
All right. We'll be right back right after this. And qualifying just about a minute 40 away from being done. Most of the drivers have come across the start finish line, and Ram, yeah, you're absolutely right. It's no better feeling than being a dad, except for, maybe watching your son become a dad. And I haven't felt that one yet. Won't feel it for a long time, I hope. But yeah, pretty cool stuff, man. Congratulations once again to the 03 Aaron Davidson, who I will say at one time during qualifying was the fastest qualifier. Did get bumped down a little bit, but yeah, limbs the brakes. We'll see how he does during the race. Oh my goodness, we have a Kurt Busch machine out there.
Wait, who?
Yeah, we do. It's showing up as the number 1 on the screen, which is 97 Bradley Berry. 4 wide turn 1. Oh boy. Gosh, I mean, if you want to,
it could be done.
If there's a time to do it, I guess it would be turn 1, lap 1. The tires probably make it. Special stagger. Harry Hogg used to say. Match special. Something, I don't remember the quote right off the top of my head.
Hey, all I know is that 16 is better than 4. Do it.
Sturgill out there taking it nice and easy. He's been done for a little while, just kicking around an extra lap in the 90 machine. I think he was probably looking for some hot dog wrappers or something out there, Rick. I'm not sure.
Something. And boom, there's qualifying, Chris.
Beautiful. Just in time. That means it's time to get ready to hit the grid. Starting on the pole tonight, it's going to be the Mafia Motorsports number 23 of Blade Timmons to his outside. How about it? Out of Podium Motorsports, the 10 of Greg O'Berry. And starting in the inside row number 2, we've got the 3 out of CS RF Motorsports, Roy Fernandez. To his outside, it's the new dad, the 03 of Aaron Davidson. Cody Sleeper going to start his SimBox Motorsports 01 in the inside row 3 spot. Outside of him, out of Vapid Yeet Racing, it is the 51 of Travis Elliott. Michael Sturgill Jr. going to be starting his Full Throttle Motorsports number 90 in the 7th spot, with Trenton Collins in the 24 out of Aggression Motorsports. To his outside, Hunter Reynolds out of 128 Racing, driving the number 28. Going to start inside row number 5, and starting in 10th spot tonight is going to be Steve Pugh out of No Doubt Racing, starting his 56 in the 10th position. Cody Levitt going to be starting his number 38 Deeper Darker Do Machine in the 11th spot. To his outside, the 61 of DJ Mitchell out of 3 Wide Motorsports.
And then starting in 13th position out of Keystone Motorsports, David Bennett in his 31 machine, with Colby Collins in the 48 Aggression Motorsports machine, going to be starting in 14th. Brandon Dennis qualified his 32 and 15th position, with the Be Free Motorsports number 83 of Brandon Feeney going to be starting in 16th. Mike Todd qualified his number 11 Mean Streak Motorsports in 17th position, with racing Jason Dobbs Griffith in his Griffith Racing number 98 machine starting in 18th. Bradley Berry out of Wolfpack Racing has got the 97, Chris. He's going to be starting in 19th position. Next to him is Alex Edelman of Mafia Motorsports in his 55 and 20th. GBR Racing at number 2, Jared Hagethorn going to be starting in 21st, with Daryl Calder in the 26 Coast to Almost Coast going to be starting in 22nd. And rounding up that field, it looks like it might be the 24 of Kevin Gibney Jr. out of Masshole Motorsports. His number 21, it looks like it's actually going to be on the 23rd, because Herman is the race control. So 23 cars getting ready to take the track, I believe. I'm not sure about Gibney, though, because I'm not seeing him on track right now.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Gibney's going to make the start here on this one. But Blade Timmons, our pole sitter, out there ready to go. Right now, looking like 22 drivers as the Chevy Silverado is going to get set to come down below the yellow line. Get this thing fired up. 150 laps here tonight at Richmond. Short track racing underway here on a Tuesday night, live on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And it's going to start next time by. Oh, man. I love short track racing, Rick. We were just talking about this during the practice session, or maybe just a little before practice even started, but short track racing is my heart and soul. I've actually kind of stopped watching NASCAR at this point. I've focused in on more of the short track stuff, and I'll tell you, there's a good young group of drivers that are trying to work their way up to the NASCAR series. A lot of talent out there that races at your local short tracks every single week. Make sure to check them out. Silverado goes down below the yellow line. On pit road he goes. Blade Timmons takes control of the field, and it is going to be green flag here from Richmond. Oh, and look at Greg O'Berry. What a start for the 10 on the outside. He's going to drop it down. O'Berry going to take the lead going out of turn number 2. Aaron Davidson working.
Oh,
sorry, bud.
That's okay. Lots of action going up front. O'Berry very fast in practice, and got that 10 valvoline machine really dialed in here. So no surprise to see him up one position, already taking over the lead this early.
Aaron Davidson, like I said, working that outside lane, going to try and put a little pressure on Blade Timmons. Timmons not going to be able to hold on there for long, and he does give it up. Doesn't want to eat those tires up too early in the race. Michael Sturgill stuck on the outside. The 3 of Roy Fernandez battling out for spot. Oh, the 23 with a big blink.
Whoa.
What is going on with Blade Timmons? Is he gone? Not entirely sure. Might want to go back and take a peek in on that.
Yeah, I'm taking a look now, Chris, and I'm still showing him in the server. He hasn't been kicked off the racetrack yet, but that is a massive. Oh yeah, his ping has dropped down to 33 right now, so definitely having some issues there for Blade Timmons in the 23 machine. That is unfortunate.
Yeah, not what you want to see on lap number 3. And it looks like Blade Timmons going to have to try and reconnect if he wants to try and finish this one out. Meanwhile, the 10 up front, Greg O'Berry, Aaron Davidson, Michael Sturgill Jr., your top 3, Roy Fernandez, Travis Elliott in the 51, rounding out the top 5, Hunter Reynolds in the number 28. Looks like we got a fan out there. Hunter Reynolds up 3 spots early on in this one in his number 28 into the 6th position. Cody Sleeper right behind him, along with Trenton Collins, Cody Levitt, DJ Mitchell to round out the top 10.
That's right. The 56 of Steve Pugh is dropped one position down to the 11th. Then you got Donald Bennett in his 31, sitting in 12th. Oh, and we're under caution. And it might have been Dobbs. It might have been the rowdy machine.
Oh, too much rowdy energy in that 98. May have sent it around. We're going to have to go back and find out just what happened.
Ooh, looks like it might have been a missing lug nut. That never happens on the M&M machine.
Oh, 26 looks like he got a little bit loose coming off the corner. I think I talked about that not too long ago. Rear end started to slide. He lost all momentum, and around he goes, able to gather it back up. So actually a decent bit of driving there, and Jason to try and hold on to his machine. First caution of the night. Greg O'Berry, your race leader, lap 8 of 150. They're going to click off quick here tonight. Don't look away. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. Again, it's the Salt Flat Cup Series brought to you by SimBox. If you don't have one and you're a sim racer, shame on you. You need one.
What's nice about them, Chris, is that they're kind of smaller than the normal button boxes that you kind of see out there. They give you a lot more room. So even guys with me, you know, racing in the VR or playing any other games in the VR, I mean, it is a multi-purpose button box, and it's cool in how they can put your custom number on there for you. You know, get you something other than just a little black box and some red buttons on it. SimBox does a great job.
Great looking field of cars here tonight at Richmond. We're serving our first caution of the evening. Brought out by Racing Jason Griffith in the 98 machine. Big mover of the race so far, Jared Hagethorn in the 2 machine. That Ford has made its way up 7 positions for Hagedorn. And he is in the 14th spot now. Looking back from that Chevy Silverado. It's got, what is it, 18 miles I think it has on it. And the rear brakes are worn out. Look at that.
That's because the Salt Flat drivers here in the Cup Series is usually pretty good, Chris, and they don't have to call out that pace truck too much.
Well, they certainly didn't last week, Rick. We went flag to flag, green to checkered.
It was an amazing race last week.
Great race. A lot of fun to watch that one. And I believe we're going to be in for a good time here tonight once they settle down a little bit onto the short track.
Yeah, the track undergoes a few changes, Chris. When the lights come on and the sun goes down, starts cooling off. The track, the way that it's ran, totally changes. And we saw, a bunch in practice too. I mean, we mentioned it. We talked about it right before we went live, what we were seeing. You got to be very, very careful when you're getting back on that throttle coming out of 4.
And it did look like that was about the only tough spot with these cars. I could be wrong.
No, I agree. That was pretty much it.
It's so hard when you're not driving them. You're just going by sight. But anyway, cars are folded up 2 by 2. So we'll pop back off from the Silverado as it's getting ready to come down pit road for the second time here tonight.
And a couple drivers already heading down pit road, Chris. The 83 and the 26 came in during that caution.
Beefy and Daryl Calder and Beefy both make it back out on track though. We're going to go back under the green flag. Greg O'Berry chooses the outside lane. Green flag flies one more time here at Richmond. And will it be the same story? No, it will not. The inside lane right now with Aaron Davidson pushing hard on the inside is going to make it stick. Oh, man. Aaron Davidson trying. Oh, no. The 90 gets into him. The 3 heads up into the wall. That's Roy Fernandez as we try and get a little bit too strong early on in this one. Michael Sturgill put it in, and he didn't really have room.
Yeah, the biggest loser out of that one there was Roy Fernandez, Chris, in that 3 machine. Of course, Aaron Davidson in the 03. He's falling back quite a bit, too, there.
Yeah, Roy took a good shot to the outside wall with that right front, and you see the damage on the fender. Roy Fernandez going to be driving with a little bit of red color in his eyes right now. Good car, good qualifying effort. Right now, Fernandez in the 11th spot, and look at the drivers give him some room. O'Berry up front, Michael Sturgill in the 2nd spot. Hunter Reynolds all the way up to 3rd after that little contact. Travis Elliott, Cody Sleeper rounding out the top 5. And the field is gone. Honestly, it's gone pretty much single file.
Yeah, it's kind of like going through the field, Chris, and that's exactly what I'm seeing there. I mean, there's a big gap in between Greg O'Berry and Sturgill right now, just over 1 second. Hunter Reynolds is almost 2 seconds behind the leader.
There's some big gaps out there. Greg O'Berry leads the way here, lap 19, Rick.
Yeah, I see Blake Timmons back out on track. Chris got his connection issues fixed.
Oh, it's going to be a tough night for him.
It is. Right now he's, what, 9 laps down.
And 9 laps down. And, boy, well, every point matters. And it's short track, so you never know.
Exactly. You don't know.
Sturgill looking to try and close in on a race leader and maybe overdriving it just a little bit. We saw him get into the corner and the gap actually widened. Greg O'Berry letting the car do the work. Looks like Sturgill might be letting the pedals do the work a little bit more. That may change as the race goes on, as the tires start to wear. Right now, Hunter Reynolds has got Travis Elliott, Cody Sleeper kind of catching up. So Hunter might be under attack here very shortly. As Elliott trying to get there. The 38 machine, Cody Levitt, running in the 7th spot with Alex Edelman right behind him. Edelman up 12 spots into 8th position. The 55 getting around this track very well under race conditions.
Ooh, Bradley Berry in the one car on track, the 97 in scoring, Chris sitting in 14th, almost lost that Monster Energy machine that allowed Donald Bennett to go around, and now Steve Pugh working his, I don't know, that's the 23. That'd be Blake Timmons trying to work his way back up front.
And we know Timmons had a very, very fast car, but unfortunately the internet bug got him. Let's see if he can work his way. Well, we're going to say work his way back to the lead lap. I don't know that that's going to happen, but if he can get a few laps back, plus short track racing, who knows? Maybe you get a few spots out of it tonight. Possibly not the position he deserved, though. Greg O'Berry out front still with the 10 car. Michael Sturgill about 7/10 of a second and holding behind. Hunter Reynolds seems to be dropping just a little bit of time to those front two drivers as Travis Elliott and Cody Sleeper run behind him. Good three-way battle for that 3rd spot with the 28 leading the way. Just behind them, another group of 3 really trying to battle it up. It's the 24 Trenton Collins, Cody Levitt, and Alex Edelman. Of course, Alex Edelman, like I said, biggest mover of the race here so far. The 55 up 12 spots, and he is definitely starting to look for some more. He's running a bit of a different line. Perhaps that car is a little bit tight because he kind of let it float out towards the wall in the center of the corner. It's usually an indicator of a tight race car.
Coming out of 1 and 2, he seemed okay, but it's really 3 and 4 that are getting a lot of these drivers still, Chris. And yeah, you're right. It is a little tight as you see it just kind of floats up towards the wall. Edelman doing a great job.
And there's a time to use them and a time not to with tires. We see that he's able to keep it down the yellow line, but it's definitely working the car to do that.
He's got a good battle going in front of him there with Cody Levitt and Trenton Collins.
Yeah, that one's going to be done in the 55. Is going to use the 38 as a pick and come right by. Trenton Collins loses 2 just like that. And Edelman up another spot. Make it plus 13 on the night.
And I have a feeling he's definitely not done there.
Yeah, I don't think so. Let's check in on the new dad who had a little contact earlier on. Aaron Davidson in the 03 machine. He's being followed by Donald Bennett. That's 11th and 12th. The 23 Blade Timmons is a lap down. Multiple laps down. Trying to get 1 or 2 back.
Ooh, the 48 getting a little door slammed by the 61 there.
Yeah, Colby Collins meeting up with the 61 of DJ Mitchell. No harm, no foul. It's just short track racing.
All it is.
some of the best racing happening right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And it's being put on right now by the Salt Flat Cup Series. Do want to send out a big thank you to anybody who tuned in or donated or even raced the last Thursday in the Muth 50/50. What a huge success that was here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Got to thank Al Smith Jr. for putting forth his time on the mic and bringing everybody the action.
Yeah, Al did a great job there, Chris. I got to listen in on that. That was fun. Of course, big thank you goes out to AJ Hamill, who put the whole thing together, along with Mr. Buckley. All to try to help out our brother, Roger Muth. It was a great success. It was great to help out. Yeah, definitely great to help out a friend, technically a family member.
Well, I didn't know, Rick. Are you cousins?
No, all I know is that we have the same haircut, so we're related somewhere down the line.
I love the little Rogaine jokes that were getting thrown out. I was really enjoying that one. That was pretty fun. I clicked off from it, but there it is. Aaron Davidson trying to battle it back. He's working on the inside of the Blade Timmons machine, down 9 laps. So Timmons not for position, but the 03 trying to get back up to where he started this one. He's still down 8 spots from where he started. And he and the 32 of Brendan Dennis have been having a battle back here for the 12th spot. It's not done yet. Dennis goes down to the inside. He's going to try and take it away here in turn number 1. Dennis has a pretty good head of momentum in that Toyota, and he is going to take it.
You're absolutely right, Chris. The 32 got clear of the 03. Now they get back in the nose, the tail. 2 different lines by both drivers, though. 32 just up just a little bit, about a half a lane up. Ooh, Bennett. Taking it to the outside.
Donald Bennett in the 31 turn 3 machine. Oh, drops him way down on the track. The 23 way up towards the wall. You want to talk about different lines? There they are. Blade Timmons using just about all of the track. Trying to get back up towards the front. Maybe try and get a lap back. One caution here so far tonight. Otherwise, great racing.
Really great racing. Now another car with the 32 going to be trying on the outside there. Oh, Bennett, Chris.
Bennett got tight and had to whoa it up.
Gotta let Brandon Dennis go around.
Good job out of Bennett recognizing what the car was doing. Meanwhile, up front, it's been a minute since we've checked in, and the gap has decreased down to about 0.4 of a second. So Michael Sturgill up, finding some speed here. Looks like he was a little slower through turns 3 and 4 than Greg O'Berry, but maybe through the rest of the track, not so much.
I think O'Berry's going to have to deal with the 90 here pretty soon.
I don't know if it's going to have to be now or maybe after fresh tires are put on these machines. O'Berry been very smooth here tonight. Check in on Hunter Reynolds. Last time we saw him in 3rd spot, Travis Elliott in the 51, able to get around him. That puts Hunter back in the 4th spot. Elliott into 3rd, and behind Reynolds, it's Cody Sleeper in that 01 AC Delco machine. Sleeper running in the 5th spot. Behind him, the 55, Alex Edelman. Edelman up 14 positions and gaining right now on Cody Sleeper. Oh, pit stop starting to happen.
Yeah, I was just going to say the
Hunter
03.
Reynolds.
Yep.
Cody Sleeper coming down pit road. O'Berry and Sturgill still out on track. And you're not going to be able to do this for very long, Rick. If you're going to stay out on track, you're going to be out there on old tires. Looks like our leaders got the message. They are coming down. Travis Elliott also brings it down below the yellow line. Edelman going to stay out. Edelman going to take a lap around this thing as the race leader. And why not? Biggest gainer of the race so far. Might as well lead one before coming down pit road.
Ooh, the two having an issue there on pit road.
Jared Hagedorn. Oh, yeah.
Lost his place on track there just for a second, Chris, and he woed up that Ford Mustang.
Alex Edelman, still your race leader, hasn't come down pit road. Well, that's not exactly true, Rick. Looks like he came down during that first caution way back on lap 5.
Yeah.
So a couple of drivers may have just a little bit more fuel, maybe banking on a little bit of a caution here. It's Edelman, Pugh, and the 98 of Griffith. Remember, Jason went around earlier on in this race. Actually brought out that caution. Gathered it up. Now running in the third spot. Bradley Berry driving that one Monster Energy. 97 on your timing and scoring. Running in the fourth spot. Brandon Feeney up to 5th. And that Liquid Molly 83. Daryl Calder in the 26 machine, running in 6th spot. Mike Todd in the 11 in 7th. Then it's Sturgill and O'Berry who traded spots since coming back out on track. And Hunter Reynolds rounding out the top 10.
What is going on with Barry there? I clicked on him, Chris. He was mowing the grass.
Well, Greg O'Berry having an issue. Let's go back while we're still under the green. Take a look, see if we can find out what happened. Looks like he got behind the 55 of Edelman. Worked the inside. They both touch. Oh, man.
Whoa. They both went they both went to mow.
Mowing Services here live on the Turn 3 Racing Network, brought to you by Salt Flat Cup Series. As Edelman and O'Berry put the deck down. Edelman says, okay, I'm going to come on down now at 53. So Edelman going to hit pit road. Steve Pugh going to stay out on track. And now Pugh going to lead the way in his number 56.
And he's going to be pitting this time there. He's going to get around the 11, make sure to give him enough room. There we go. Now he's going to go down into the inside lane.
So Pugh coming down. Racing Jason going to come down. How about Brandon Feeney?
I'm going to be watching. Make sure all 5 lug nuts are on all the tires, just in case.
Feeney stays out, leads a lap. It's not even the same driver.
It's the team. You got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be surprised if he even takes tires. Nobody else really has, Chris.
Dub Zero out there. How's it going, brother?
Cheers, my friend.
Sturgill running in the 2nd spot. Might be in the catbird seat. As Brandon Feeney has not been down pit road. Well, since lap 11.
Oh, I think Griffith had a little trouble there on pit road, Chris. I think there might have been one. They're talking with the NASCAR officials now. One teammate might have been over the wall too many. Griffith not happy. He took out the green cone at the exit of pit road in true Kyle Busch fashion.
Wow. None of that was real.
No, none of that was real, folks.
Sturgill
well,
takes
the green
over
cone
the race
was
lead.
real.
Okay.
He did take out the green cone.
All right. Well, that's all right. Those cones are just in the way anyway.
That's right.
So it's going to be Sturgill, Reynolds, O'Berry, your top three after the pit stops have cycled through. O'Berry having some issues early on, but manages to hold on to that third spot. Cody Sleeper, Travis Elliott round out your top five, Rick.
If it makes you feel better, Dub Zero, you're not the only one, man. Chris and I were talking about that. The heat's killing us up here in Vermont, too. Trust me.
It's supposed to break tomorrow.
So they say.
So they say.
I've also been told Kyle Busch is the greatest driver in NASCAR history, and I still don't believe that either.
Yeah. Come on, 28. All right, well, we'll check in on Hunter Reynolds. Reynolds runs right behind Greg O'Berry.
Reynolds having a really good night here tonight, Chris.
He is. He's up 6 spots into the third position. Looks like his car is handling fairly decently, but Brendan Feeney right now going to go around. May have slightly fresher tires out there than some guys. Is Feeney making quick work of our second place runner, O'Berry, and he checks out. Meanwhile, back to our race leader. He's working on some traffic. He's got Donald Bennett to the outside. Bennett going to try and hold it steady as the race leader looking to the inside. Bennett moves down just a little bit, may pinch him off just a touch. The 90 does fall back into line. Gonna have to regroup and try again. Meanwhile, the 32 right behind him, and we got a problem with Mike Todd. We stay under the green flag so far, and we will continue to. Let's go back and take a peek. All right, after this, we got to make sure that Sturgill, our race leader, is okay. Ooh. Bennett's going to stay up. Aaron Davidson next on the list. Let's go back and take a look at Mike Todd, see what happened to him. Mike Todd driving that purple number 11 Prilosec machine. Comes out of the corner and hard into the inside wall. Does a good job holding the brakes and then jumping to pit road. So good job out of him. Back live up front. Michael Sturgill did get around the 03 of Aaron Davidson. And here comes Donald Bennett to the inside. He's going to try and be the first driver one lap down.
And Davidson and Bennett have been racing hard, Chris, and trying to keep Sturgill behind them, but you know they didn't want to go down a lap, but it finally happened. But now these drivers they're out there having fun.
Oh, they make contact. Look out. Brandon Feeney, great job holding on to the 83, and he gets it going again. Wow.
A great job by Bennett, too, keeping that thing going in the right direction.
Oh, Brandon Feeney must have had a heart attack.
I'm not even driving, Chris. I think I almost had one.
The Trading Paints 150. Getting it on here tonight. Lap 68 of 150. Rick, we're not past halfway, and these guys are starting to pick it up.
They are. And looking at pretty much all these cars, Chris.
Oh, hold on to it, Aaron. He came off from turn 4, and I saw his number clear as day. Looking down the front stretch, that's never a good sign.
I think you just want to make sure you got a good shot of the hood. Of course, the Davidson family, as we said at the beginning of the broadcast, welcoming a new member to the family, baby Everett. Congratulations once again goes out to all you folks. It is a blessing. I wish you all long sleepless nights, and no, I'm just kidding. It gets better as they get older. Gonna stay strong.
That's what you think.
Drink lots of coffee. Yeah. That's true. My oldest is only 11, and now she's already acting like a teenager. Guys stay up late, sleep in late. Ooh, the 03 having to get off the gas. They're coming out of 4, going across the start finish line, Chris. But yeah, a lot of these drivers taking the name of tonight's race. They're trading paints 152 to heart here tonight.
Yeah, taking a little too literally.
That's all good.
Well, I think what we have here is a mix of tires. Some guys on old tires, and it shows. The rear end's getting very loose out there. As the track temperature, I'm sure, we haven't looked in a while, but I'm sure it had dropped. Let's go in there and take a peek. Actually, it's gone up a degree.
It's gone up a degree, yeah.
Wow, that's a little surprising because the track sure has loosened up. Yeah, a little bit of rubber on there. Makes the world go round.
I mean, if you want me to try to make you feel better, I mean, don't think about the humidity or anything, Chris, but it is now 77 degrees outside our house.
Oh, you're right. I just looked. Pretty cool. I hear it's going to get all the way down to about 76 tonight, so that's good. Greg O'Berry started second spot. Has had some ups and downs here tonight. He lowered the deck down to about 1/4 inch and went through the infield. Did miss that inside wall. Now back up into the second spot. So O'Berry is fast here tonight. If he can catch Sturgill, which is about 6.5 seconds ahead of him, and it'll be a pretty darn good race between those two. Hunter Reynolds in the 28, sitting in that third spot. Again, having a strong night, up 6 spots, and that's not an easy thing to do here in the Salt Flat Cup Series.
Hey, Chris, do you know who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
I do. Yes.
Hunter Reynolds.
What?
Yeah.
Get out of here. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Woodworth getting right to the back bumper of that number 10 Valvoline machine of O'Berry. Got to be careful. Squidward's tentacles will come out and snatch onto that bumper and slingshot that 28 right by.
Yeah, this race is starting to take a toll on a few drivers out there. As it looks like we have about 5 drivers who have dropped out.
Yeah, it looks like that first one's going to be the 11 of Mike Todd. Got the 3 of Roy Fernandez, Blade Timmons in his 23. We know Herman's up there showing in 23rd position, but he is playing race control tonight.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Yeah. Kevin Gibney Jr. not able to make the race.
Okay, so 3 have dropped. 1 didn't start. And 1's watching all this, making sure everything is going just right. And it is. 1 caution here so far. As we start lap number 79, Greg O'Berry is our race leader. As second rounds of pit stops have begun.
Yeah, and it looks like iRacing bug might be biting our race leader, Michael Sturgill Jr., not showing out on track right now, Chris. Being scored on my scoring now in 14th position and fallen.
Oh, yeah, that's not good.
That's not good for people like Greg O'Berry, who's out there, and of course Hunter Reynolds right there racing hard. That is a scary, scary position.
Yeah, you never know if he's going to pop back in or not. You're right, Rick. Sturgill did not come down pit road. He's just not on the server right now.
He has disconnected due to packet loss.
All right.
Well, that makes it a little better for Greg O'Berry, Hunter Reynolds. I mean, it's unfortunate for Michael. It's just one of those things, man. It gets scary when you're out there racing, you know, all of a sudden you don't see anybody in front of you. And of course, Michael wasn't seeing too many people in front of him anyway. He was leading this pack around. But the cars that are behind him don't see him either. And it's a guessing game of where he's going to come back out on track. Well, the packet loss bug has bit.
Yeah, if he makes it back out, you're not going to have to guess. He'll be on pit road.
Exactly.
a long list of drivers, at least one lap down. It starts off with Calder in the 26 machine. Daryl Calder would be our lucky dog recipient if there were a caution right this moment. Grego Berry continues to lead the way. He started in second spot tonight. Hunter Reynolds up 7 spots into the second spot. Cody Sleeper finds himself sitting in third. A little bit of a challenge maybe going on here for Hunter Reynolds over Grego Berry. We'll have to keep an eye on that. A lot of traffic coming off from pit road right now, so everybody kind of hanging out towards the outside wall. You got to say, at one point, Brandon Feeney was a lap down. He did get it back.
Yes, he did.
And currently being scored in the 6th position. So great job out of Brandon Feeney here tonight. Really did a great job missing an incident and then getting his lap back and continuing on. Well, let's drop into the cockpit of Hunter Reynolds and take a look at things from his point of view as Grego Berry comes down pit road. So Hunter Reynolds going to lead a lap here at Richmond, and it's going to be lap number 88. Will he stay out on track for an extra one or no? We'll see. No, he will not. That answer very quick to come as Hunter Reynolds coming down pit road. And DJ Mitzel in the 61, a little bit of damage on the front end, but he is our race leader right now. And the 98 machine looking to go around, try and get a lap back. And the 2, oh, makes contact. Oh, the 03 gets involved. Oh my goodness. Caution on the track. And there's a couple of guys that didn't want to see that. The guy who really didn't want to see that, Jared Hagedorn in the 2. He was involved. Let's go back. We're looking at the Milwaukee machine, the number 2. Lets it float in there. And Davidson did not have a spot to go. Sturgill had come back out. He had no place to go. Got involved in that one a little bit. Not too much damage on the 2 machine of Jared Hagedorn, but may have just been pushing a little too hard there as his car kind of floated up.
And I feel bad for Sturgill, Chris. He came back. He was leading that race, and now he is showing 8 laps down.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough pill to swallow when you know you were one of the better cars out there.
But this is something, I mean, all these drivers have been with iRacing for numerous years, Chris. It's something that we're used to. I remember, I mean, it bites us all. I remember my first time I ever did an official Daytona 500. I was doing pretty good, and then it bit me too. Next thing you know, I'm in a group of cars. I'm going, I'm looking left and right, and then I see nobody, and I'm like, wow, am I leading this thing? What just happened? And then ba-doop.
Badoop.
Badoop.
I don't recall that sound effect, but
You don't remember that sound effect?
no.
That's when AIM used to drop off the old dial-up. No.
Now DJ Mitzel in the 61 being scored as our race leader. Brandon Feeney, Bradley Berry. Gonna be second and third. There's a lot to kind of get through here. We're going to give admin just a couple of minutes here to try and sort this one out. Looks like Aaron Davidson in the 03 going to try and do the old drive around to get a lap back, as he is still behind the pace truck. That would put him back on the lead lap. It's not a bad call.
Not a bad call at all.
And he did come down pit road on lap number 76. Looks like he's got tires on there. Decent call out of Davidson to stay out on track and try and get some positions back. He had a great qualifying effort, and since lap 5, boy, it's been tough on him. Couple of drivers going around. DJ Mitchell is going to make his way behind the pace truck.
Race control has extended the caution by 1 lap, Chris.
Yeah, there's a lot to sort out here.
There is. The cars are all over the place here. There we go.
Okay, so it will be Mitchell, Feeney, and Barry, your top 3.
It was pretty cool, Chris, because I can listen into driver chat over the radio with my scanner here at home, and Brandon Feeney actually asked Mitchell, he's like, well, what line do you want? You want inside or outside? That was nice second place, given that to the first place, and of course the 61 says, I think I'm going to stay on the inside.
Well, I think Brandon Feeney might have a pretty good race car, so he's going to have a little bit of challenge here when we go back under the green flag. It's DJ Mitchell. Silverado lights are down, and it's dropping down pit road, getting ready to go back under the green flag. The 83, Brandon Feeney to the outside, DJ Mitchell to the inside, and we go back under green for the 3rd time here tonight. It's going to be a battle into turn 1. Mitchell going to hold on to it, and he floats the car up. The 83 saw it coming. He goes down and looking for that crossover. The 83 of Brandon Feeney is your race leader.
What a fabulous move.
That was timed perfectly.
Yes,
absolutely perfectly. Oh boy. Michael Sturgill getting into it.
And that one machine, he was is sitting in 3rd position, Chris. That could have ended very bad there for Bradley Berry.
And here comes the 55, Alex Edelman. Edelman has had a super fast car here on this short track. Well, look out for him. With 52 laps to go, I don't believe Edelman is done gaining positions yet. Speaking of not done gaining positions, Greg O'Berry is working his way back up towards the front.
Yeah, he's got a small gaggle of cars in front of him, Chris, but the 10 is still very strong out there.
The 03 Davidson may have gotten a little loose there, or maybe gotten touched just a little bit. The rear end kicks out. The 32 are on the brakes to stay out of the 01. Cody Sleeper got a touch of it in the back bumper. You see the crease lines. As things are starting to heat up here. Short track tempers? You betcha. Yeah, buddy, we saw that, bud. Sorry about that. Not a great way to start the race, that's for sure. Feeney, Mitchell, Berry. Rick, your top 3.
Yeah, Hunter Reynolds sitting in 4th place. Greg O'Berry rounding out that top 5. And yeah, you're absolutely right, Chris. I mean, it's just something out of your control. Not much you can do, but it does stink there so early in the race to have that happen. Of course, folks, if you haven't heard yet, we are off for next Tuesday.
Yeah, an early happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day to those of us in the United States.
Well, Blade, it's not only you though, because Sturgill had the same problem. He actually dropped his package dropped. And I know it happens all the time in iRacing. iRacing needs to figure out what's going on, is what needs to happen.
Well, it can't help that right now the Northeast has been under some pretty severe heat. Not that it's well, at this point it should be something that's handleable, but
I don't know. I tried to look up the weather on my Internet Explorer, Chris, and it's giving it to me from 1997, so I'm waiting for it to update still.
Oh no. Hey, Hunter Reynolds has just made it into 3rd spot.
Yes, he has.
Bradley Berry had an off-track incident, and he is falling back, so it was a big one. Let's go back and take a peek. Bradley Berry in the one machine goes around sideways, tries to gather it back up, can't do it. And the rear end and the side decks, both in action here. Back live, Brandon Feeney still your race leader. DJ Mitchell, Hunter Reynolds in the 3rd spot. That 28 has been pretty steady all night long. Look for him to be a factor in this one.
Yeah, Brown's got a little work there to get caught up to Mitchell and Feeney, but 28, very, very strong, like you said, Chris. Brago Berry sitting behind Hunter Reynolds in that 10 machine, down 2 positions from the drop. Cody Sleeper still sitting in that top 5, Chris. He's been there pretty much all night. He started there.
Yeah, you're right, Rick. A 5th place starting spot, and I don't know that he's actually varied at all. Due to various things that have happened on track and off, Sleeper has just been solid all night.
Hang on to it.
Travis Elliott working the inside of the 55 of Edelman, and Elliott with a good head of steam going into turn 1. Travis Elliott going to try and take away a spot from the 55. Edelman might be on some older tires now, and it is starting to show up, because here comes Cody Levitt in the 38. Haven't called his number very often tonight, but Cody has worked his way well into the top 10, 7th spot. Trenton Combs sits in the 9th spot. Steve Pugh up and down night, but right now, right back where he started. Top 10 run for the 56 of Steve Pugh. He's got the 2 right behind him. The 2, Jared Hagedorn, has had a tough night. You can tell by the fenders and the rear bumper, and well, the Mustang's still going.
Ooh, Edelman and Griffith coming down pit road, Chris.
Could be the final stop for them, as we are under 40 laps to go.
And the 2 of Hagedorn, yeah, he's still down 2 laps, Chris. Kind of up and down night for him, but still out there doing his thing. Power of the Milwaukee.
Top 4 drivers now running nose to tail on track. And I think business is going to pick up here.
Yeah.
DJ Mitchell lets it float up, and that might be enough for Hunter Reynolds to make a move to the inside. Mitchell covering, pinching the 28 down. That could cost the 28 a little bit of momentum. O'Berry now coming from the outside. O'Berry looking to try and take 3rd away from Hunter Reynolds. It's a battle for 3rd, and O'Berry takes it away. Just like that, a slight loss of momentum out of the 28 costs him a spot.
And that's all it takes here at Richmond.
The 61, DJ Mitchell, again looking to the outside. The 83 powers out of the corner across the start-finish line. And O'Berry's going to look to do it again, Rick, as he drops down to the inside. Oh, no contact, and O'Berry has to save it again tonight.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. How is he doing that?
No, he's running a Larson paint, brother. That's all.
I guess. I mean, wow.
No, that's all it is.
Brandon Feeney was driving out of his mirror, now has a chance to take a breath, but not for long, because here comes DJ Mitchell once again. Hunter Reynolds following him. Hunter Reynolds drops down to the yellow line. Reynolds can't get there. And here comes O'Barry once again. Battle for the race lead now. The 61 works to the inside. Brandon Feeney looking like he's gonna hold on to it heading into the corner. O'Barry takes a peek to the inside of the 28. Can't get there. And now Hunter Reynolds to the inside. Oh my goodness, these guys are keeping me busy. Everybody's going to be in trouble here as the 56 of Pugh is coming on strong. He's got fresh tires. He is a lap down, but he is fast right now. O'Barry looking to try and get around the 28. Pugh looking to try and get around everybody.
Right now, Pugh just trying to, there he goes. Now he's going to sneak on the inside there of the 28, so he's going to get around Reynolds.
Hunter Reynolds in the 4th spot. Oh, good run into the corner, or missed a break, something. There's Pugh looking to go around O'Barry. The 61 of Mitchell gets loose, holds on. The inside open for O'Barry now as Pugh works his way through. Can O'Barry capitalize? No.
That 56 is pretty clean, Chris.
Yeah, Pugh has kept it really nice looking here tonight. Just trying to get his lap back. The 83 drops it down, tries to hold him, but can't do it on the older tires. The 83 floats back up. Here comes O'Barry. O'Barry into the 2nd spot, heading into turn 1, maybe looking for more as we're 3 wide, heading into the corner. Greg O'Barry looking for the race lead. Here comes Mitchell down the inside. Contact once again. And the 83 and the 10 get into it. Oh boy. What a battle. And it's not done yet. Everybody keeps it going in the same direction. But they have spread out now. DJ Mitchell with a good lead over Greg O'Barry. 0.8 of a second. But the way O'Barry is wheeling that 10 machine, it has been unreal here tonight. He brings it down pit road. Cody Sleeper brings it down as well. DJ Mitchell is going to stay out. My goodness.
Yeah, O'Barry, Sleeper, Feeney, all heading down pit road, man.
The last 26 laps of this race are going to be awesome.
Good to see it on the pit banners there, Chris. Federated Fisher umpires. Just saying. I'm wearing that T-shirt right now.
Beautiful. DJ Mitchell, I think, has worn out the tires on the 61. He cannot keep that car down to the inside, and it wouldn't surprise me considering what we've been seeing over the last 10 laps or so.
Oh no, Brandon Feeney out on chat saying that he broke.
That was a heck of a lot of fun. It was a good race, man. Hate that you couldn't finish that one. It was fun to watch. DJ Mitchell out there as your race leader. Bradley Berry in 2nd spot. Those are the only 2 drivers on the lead lap, and when they come down, look who's running in 3rd.
Edelman.
Alex Edelman, who for most of the night was the biggest mover of the race, sitting in that 3rd spot. The 55 has kept it clean. Does have Hunter Reynolds trying to get to the back bumper.
Reynolds. Edelman, yeah, not the biggest mover though. He's tied.
Yeah, he is, and he's going to go back a spot because Reynolds maybe just a little bit quicker at this stage of the race, and he is. He held that yellow line perfectly. Hunter Reynolds gone. So now, well, who knows?
I was gonna say 22 laps left. There's still a lot of things that can happen.
Yeah, amen. Right now, it looks like Bradley Berry is the first car. 1 lap down. That's the one car on the track. 97 on the scoring and timing. DJ Mitchell just holding on, refusing to come down pit road. The thing is running on ethanol at this point. But he does have a lap on everybody. Let's hop in. Oh, that car is tight. A long time before he was able to get back on the gas is DJ Mitchell bringing us around this track.
And I think everybody out there is pretty much tight, Chris. I've been flipping through a bunch of the different cars.
That's a handful to drive right there. Bradley Berry in the second spot, 1 lap down. Hunter Reynolds in third, 1 lap down. Then it's Elliott O'Berry Edelman, your top 6. Cody Levitt, sleeper as Edelman and Levitt change spots.
Here comes Bradley Berry, Chris. He's coming down pit road there in his 1 machine /97.
All right, so that's going to give DJ Mitchell a little bit more room between himself and the next driver, which is this 28 on the screen. And it's not a lot of room, Rick.
Not a lot at all.
Now, to be fair, there's another lap you would have to go around, but...
Ooh. Braden Dennis, maybe? In the 32?
Must be, because I am showing him not on track.
Ooh, he's getting hungry there. He went after a little bit of M&M.
Let's go back. Oh, yeah. A little contact with the 32. Let's see if there's a retaliation. Sure looks like it. Sure looks like it. So Brandon Dennis getting the short end of that stick. Let's go back and look at it one more time. You see some contact there between the 98 and the 32. The 98.
I don't know, Chris. It looks like the 98 got a little loose there.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's go back one more time. One more time? Sure. Well, it's going to be on Kevin Gibney to decide. I don't have to. That's the beautiful thing about it.
I think it's going to be Herman who's going to have to figure that one out.
Oh, yeah, Herman. Yeah. Sorry, 7-11. Yeah. Steven, don't want to be in your shoes tonight, buddy.
Yeah, the nice thing is Dobbs come on the radio and did claim it, though.
Yeah, there you go.
Now racing Jason Dobbs heading down pit road in his 98.
Well, well, well. The more things change. $14 laps to go. DJ Mitchell has had a pretty tough night. You just have to look at the right front of the car to figure that out.
Yeah, but some things worked out for him, Chris. I mean, he held out there on track until that caution came out. I'm telling you, he's got to be careful with Squidward, because Squidward, yeah, he will. Those tentacles, man, they're stretchy. Little rubber bands.
Looks like 10 drivers are going to be back on the lead lap when we come back. No, we're going to call it top 9. Scoring updates. Trenton Collins going to be 1 lap down still. So top 9 drivers are going to be DJ Mitzel, Hunter Reynolds, Travis Elliott, Greg O'Berry, who has made more saves tonight than a goalie during the playoffs. I swear, it's been amazing watching that 10 machine tonight. Cody Levitt in 5th spot. Alex Edelman in the 55. Cody Sleeper, who's in 7th spot, not 5th for the first time tonight, I think. Steve Pugh, Daryl Calder. And now Trenton Collins does go around, so he is going to get a lap back. That'll put Jason Griffith in the spot. That's the 98. Gonna be the first car 1 lap down.
Look at the pit stopper, Edelman. Let's see, 14.70 seconds. Good chance that there's some fresh good years on that machine.
Oh yeah, I would say there's a lot of new tires out there, or newer tires. You know who doesn't have newer tires? DJ Mitzel. It looks like he did, Blade. This one's not over yet. It is going to be a heck of a shootout here as the pace truck lights are off. We're going to retake the green flag with 10 laps to go. And I just don't feel like we've seen it all yet. Short track action at its finest here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, brought to you by SimBox. It's the Salt Flat Cup Series. 10 laps to go when we go back into the green flag. DJ Mitzel on the inside, your race leader. And he hits the loud pedal. We're back off and running. Travis Elliott in the 2nd spot. The 51 has some cars that are a lap down ahead of him. Greg O'Berry working the outside. Greg O'Berry is right there in the 10 machine, trying to pester the 51. He does it. Greg O'Berry up to 2nd spot. Elliott holds it in there, and he bounces off the 10 car. The 48 and the 90 start to battle it out. The 38 right there. Cody Levitt just watching it all happen out the windshield. Greg O'Berry back in front of Travis Elliott will not be denied here tonight, as O'Berry looking like a ping pong ball out there.
Yeah, but I mean, it's working for him back to where he was when he started this thing.
Sturgill going to work around their lap. The leader of DJ Mitzel, that's going to give O'Berry a clean shot to the race leader, and he does have fresher tires, does Greg O'Berry. And caution flag comes out. Caution number 4 on the night. Looks like 3 callers may have been involved in that one. As we settle it back down. Let's go back and take a peek. Bradley Berrien in the 1 Monster Energy drink. The 56 comes up into him. And, oh, Bennett and the 98 collide after the fact. So hard crash there. Let's go back one more time. Get into each other's sides. Bennett, no place to go, and then just gets clobbered in the rear.
It's a good thing that we have an extra week here at the Turn 3 Racing Network to get that 31 back into fighting shape.
I think more than just him. There's a lot of cars out there that are going to have to be rebuilt over that week off. Bleed, you're absolutely right. It's very smart to save a set if you can do it. And that is the challenge. Sometimes it's very hard on the ego to watch a lot of cars pass you when you have older tires. And that can sometimes get in the way of people doing that. But a good job, absolutely, to keep tires for that last, well, not the last caution, because here we are again, but the last caution? Is that how it goes? Short track racing, 4 cautions. Pretty good night. DJ Mitchell, Greg O'Berry, Travis Elliott, Cody Levitt, and Cody Sleeper. Rounding out the top 5, Sleeper finds himself back in that 5th spot again, Rick. That 01 AC Delco machine will not be denied a top 5 here tonight.
No, not at all. It's almost like that's a personal challenge that he set for himself here tonight.
Well, personal challenges aside, next time by is going to be 3 laps to go. And the pace car lights are still on. Well,
That's good.
We're going to set up for a heck of a finish here. I just got that feeling.
We're going to let the good times roll.
Sleeper back in 5th spot may win this one. Alex Edelman out in the 6th spot. He could win too. Hunter Reynolds, who has had a very good night here tonight, right now running in the 7th spot. Steve Pugh running in the 8th spot. Daryl Calder and Trenton Collins rounding out the top 10, but all eyes on this front group of cars. It is going to be a battle. Green, white checker coming right up. Cars fold in 2 by 2. The Silverado takes the lights down. And about, well, a little less than a half a mile. It's going to drop onto pit road. We're going to send these cars flying into turn 1.
I was going to say the most polite driver out there in the field right now, though, is Jason Griffith. He said, sorry, I don't know how many times so far tonight. I lost count.
Wouldn't have to be so sorry if you didn't have that paint job. Here we go. Silverado back on pit road. Getting ready to go back to the green. Green, white, checkered. 2 laps to go. Good start out of Mitzel. And here comes the 51. Travis Elliott looking for some. O'Berry into the back bumper. The 61 turns. O'Berry keeps it going somehow.
Whoa.
O'Berry now finally gets his spin and we're under caution. Oh my. Man, I hate to say I told you so, but there it is.
Well, guess what? We got 3 more laps to figure it out again.
Oh, Lordy. This is fun. I know as a driver, this is not fun, but as a fan and a commentator, this is where it's at. Let's see if we can find out what happened here.
Yeah, this just brings us back to Saturday night short track racing.
The 61 of Mitchell and O'Berry just get it on. The 38, Cody Levitt was involved. The 55 was involved. That's Alex Edelman. Cody Sleeper got a pretty good hit on that one. And we line them up to go again. This time with a new race leader, though. Travis Elliott, DJ Mitchell did lose a spot. And it's Cody Sleeper. He's out of the top 5 into the top 3.
I guess that answers the question from earlier. I mean, the personal challenge isn't to stay in the top 5, or stay in 5th, I should say.
No, he's looking for a top 5 for sure. I don't know if they've worked it out of their systems yet, though.
I don't think it gets out of your system until after the checkered flag falls, and that's what I've always found out.
That might be true. Greg O'Berry's car is absolutely destroyed. That thing has been through a war and back here tonight. A lot of these cars have picked up a lot of damage. We even got a car back there that's smoking. That might be the 38 of Cody Levitt. Yes, it is. So he's going to hope that that motor will last, as the barbecue has begun here in Richmond.
Maybe he's got the Blackstone in there, throwing some dogs on there. You know what I'm saying?
And not sure what happened. I'm going to go back and look, because all of a sudden it shows up Greg O'Berry crashes. So let's find out what's going on there. Oh, motor went boom. So O'Berry, after a night, finally found the limits of the 10 machine. And it happened under caution. Mitchell Elliott, your top row. Both drivers out of 3 Wide Motorsports. Pace truck lights are off. Cody Sleeper going to be starting on the inside row 2. Hunter Reynolds on the outside of row 2. Then it's Alex Edelman, Daryl Calder, Steve Pugh. Aaron Davidson has fought himself back into the lead lap. Good on him. Right now running in the 8th spot, Cody Levitt. Bradley Berry, your top 10. Berry, the first car, 1 lap down. Cody Levitt going to try and ease that very, very injured number 38 home here tonight. As the pace car drops down. Second attempt, green, white, checkered. And green flag flies. Travis Elliott may have gave a little brake check there on that restart. And the 01 not going to get the start he was looking for. The 61 of Mitchell can't do anything about it, though. Here comes Cody Sleeper for second. Cody Sleeper looking for second, and Hunter Reynolds gets into one. Caution on the field as the final lap shows. Pace truck comes on out to gather him up. As again, there are many hurt vehicles out on that track tonight. The cleanest vehicle on the track is the Silverado, and for me to say that, that's something. And that is going to do it here, as the caution flag will wave. Travis Elliott, Cody Sleeper, DJ Mitchell are going to be your top 3. Let's go back and take a peek in on that last caution that involved Hunter Reynolds. He drove down deep, got into the 61, 26 got into him, and it was a chain reaction through the field. Nonetheless, Travis Elliott going to be our race winner here tonight as he begins to burn it down. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go away. We'll be right back with some post-race interviews. And we're back live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We have seen it all here tonight, but what a finish that was. Green, white, checkered. Couldn't quite make it to the start finish line, and race was called anyway. Here we are with our top three. Finishing in third spot tonight, the 61 of DJ Mitzel. And DJ, that was a heck of a race, bud. You had it right there. And then Travis got around you, and, well, then kind of all hell broke loose there.
Yeah, I had way older tires than everybody else. I played a little bit different strategy, which worked out because I wasn't near as fast as a lot of these guys. I was probably a 10th place car, so it worked. I was trying to stay out of the way and also keep, the best position I could. So I, both incidents that happened was probably because I was slower. But I'm happy to have gotten the position I got. Got a little sideways into three there and just tried to keep it straight best I could and ended up getting third out of it.
Well, sometimes it's better be lucky than good. And I would say tonight with a third place finish, and you're saying you were 10th place, we're going to go with luck on that one, or just a finish here tonight. My goodness, it was a tough one out there. DJ, who do you have on the car that you need to thank out there, bud?
Yeah, just New Nest Realty, and then I just thanking Donald and Steven for doing RC and Chris and Rick, you guys and Turn 3 for broadcasting.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations on the third place finish. We'll let you get down with your teammates so you can celebrate. Rick, I believe you caught. Thank you, DJ. I believe you caught up with our second place finisher here tonight, Cody Sleeper.
I did. Cody Sleeper, driver of the number 01 AC Delco machine. You got Chris up in the booth. You got a copy, bro.
Hey, I got you. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. And you had a heck of a race, man. Started here tonight in 5th position. You pretty much stayed there all throughout the night, right to the end, man. Tell us about the race a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I actually qualified a lot better than I thought I was going to. Sometimes that just happened. You kind of those first couple laps, you get under your belt and you just kind of go with it. But, yeah, it was a good run. I mean, you had a little bit of cautions, but got through them, thankfully.
Well, you did, and you did a good job there, man. The car still looks halfway decent. I mean, I love that paint scheme anyway. I'm an old school junior fan myself, and but listen, congratulations. So next week we are off, and then we head to Watkins Glen when we come back. How you feeling about that?
Yeah, Watkins Glen, it's gonna be a tough one. Road course, is always a good challenge. It's a good mix up. So I'll be doing that next week. Probably gonna have to practice a little bit just to keep it on the track, but looking forward to it.
Excellent, brother. Hey, listen, well, congratulations coming in second place tonight. I hope you enjoy your 4th of July weekend, man, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Hey, man, appreciate it. You too.
And is there anybody on that one you want to thank?
Yeah, I got to thank Roy Fernandez always, and Aaron Davidson. We were racing together tonight. Came up with a somewhat good strategy. Cautions kind of got in the way a little bit, but no big deal. Got to thank Bromley and Danny for doing this. You guys for broadcasting. You guys always do a great job doing this. And then lastly, I got to thank my girlfriend for letting me come down here and racing with you guys.
That's excellent, brother. Well, hey, listen, congratulations once again and enjoy.
All right. Thanks, you too. Bye.
And that was Cody Sleeper, driver of the 01, bringing it home in second spot. Your race winner tonight, Travis Elliott in the 51. Travis, Chris and Rick up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, how you guys doing tonight?
We're doing good, bud. I'll tell you what, I'm on the edge of my seat, and I kind of paid for the whole thing, so you guys kind of ticked me off there a little bit. But what a race it was. My goodness. And look, you started 6th spot. You worked your way up. At the end, you were there. What was it that got you to that first place finish?
I felt like I had a top 5 car all night. I felt like I had a pretty solid rhythm going around the track with a lot of fast cars out here, and just got lucky there at the end with the pit timings and those yellow flags. I don't know what happened there coming off turn 2, but we were all racing hard. Everybody had worn tires, and it was slipping and sliding out there. And it was a handful tonight, but a little bit of luck. But I'm glad I could bring it home tonight for P1.
And you sure did. On the 51 car, who do you need to thank here tonight?
Yeah, I just want to thank you guys at Turn 3. I always love watching the broadcast back, and when I get the chance to be in the booth, I love being in the booth whenever I can. Want to thank DJ Mitzel, 3 Wide Motorsports, was running in their channel tonight, had been for the past few weeks. So I want to thank him. I also want to thank Sun King WeMac for this beautiful car, designed by my friend Aspen Belvin, and Vapid Racing. And we just want to thank all the admins and Mr. Scorman Herman for being the RC tonight.
All right, buddy. You got a week off, then it's a road course where really it's not about racing other cars. It's about racing the track. What's your general feeling about that?
I don't want to jinx myself, but I feel halfway competent on road courses. So usually I usually have a pretty good handle on them, but you never know with these cars. You never know with how the weather's going to be, but definitely have to do some testing and see how this car is going to be for the race in 2 weeks.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations once again on the race lead. We'll get you down with, back in your channel so you can enjoy the race win.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
You too. And Rick, that is going to do it here. But before we step away, let's take a peek in, if it's going to let us. It's going to let us. Holy cow. Well, it kind of let us. Yeah, it's not going to let us. I don't know why. That's okay. We have the race results. We know how it ended. It was a lot of fun to watch. Short track racing. Next week we're off, bud. Just want to throw out everybody once again, have a safe and happy 4th of July for those of us in the United States. And until next time, we'll see you.
Yeah.